think I turned it up a notch, I kinda had to. Bitch, you garbage, throw that hoe away like that bitch bad food. I'm fed up, do they hear what I'm saying when I rap food? My head up when I be in the churches, too much fast movements. Church to Seattle, keep my mind clear. Saucy step around, so janky too, this ain't no mind clear. Young nigga just doing what I want, they say it's not fair. They be looking for me in the north, good day I'm not there. Church to Seattle, keep my mind clear. Saucy step around, so janky too, this ain't no mind clear. Young nigga just doing what I want, they say it's not fair. They be looking for me in the north, good day I'm not there. I'm too clean, yo bitch, she came and paid me, live her new dreams. I just got the call, I'm on the way, headed to blue cheese, stuck in the trap. I remember them old days when I had hoop dreams. Now I'm tryna knock me some new feats before my coupe leave. I'm sauced up and in it since a youngin', just a north nigga. Think about myself, I had to learn, gotta keep torture with you and step it up. You still hitting the road with Cali Orange with you. My feet from out of state, she like I like pushing the organ with you. Come choose a PO, nigga, boring ain't he? Pouring lines, I'm sipping north from greenness for my aura, ain't he? Running hella plays on the East Coast like a New York baby. Come fuck with me, we always taking trips like we all spoiled babies. Your mom is spoiled, I get spoiled too. She gon' run it in until she walked us with her horn. Do my track good, I did this shit again like where I'm going to. A big dog, my face card hella good, I'm who you going to. It's like I try to keep it real, but that one really in my best interest. I hate these hoes, but I still send a bitch if she bring checks to me. Had to separate to elevate, so got my mans with me. Had to separate to elevate, could give a damn really. I'm really on the road, ain't got no heart, don't get attached to me. I'm breaking shit, she know I need that fee. I'm like, bring trap to me. Kicking shit down in the industry till they bring cash to me. I signed a deal, cause I could get my mama 100 racks, really.
Yo, 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 what up, everybody? Yo, yo, yo.
Baby, give me some cash.
Good.
Yo, GBP, what up, bro? What's up, bro? Shit, just chilling. Just got off work not too long ago. Hopped in the shower, got something to eat, and just hopped right on the charts. Sparked me up a little joint real quick. See what we could get into today. Kind of have a good idea of what could be going on, where we could be headed and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to figure out this move, because I think the move is gonna be on like Wednesday or Thursday type thing. So I'm kind of trying to debate. I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen. I'm either thinking maybe something up here to come down, or it's gonna come down so it could go up, so it could come down. Because the thing is wherever we are on Wednesday, I think it's just going to be something like, if anything, is just gonna be some kind of pullback to continue down type thing. So this move right here is what's going to trick a lot of people, depending how low it starts though. If it needs to maybe come down first a little bit, or it's going to kind of come from these areas. But what I had in mind is that I think it needs to come down a little bit. It needs to come down a little bit here, and then it's gonna do that. And then the thing is because, like I was saying, is this move right here that's going up is what's going to try to trap a lot of people into making people think it's bullish. And then that's why it's going to hit something up here and then probably, flip back or something. But chilling, same shit. Yes, sir. That's what's up, bro. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I got quite a bit of lines right now, but I need to try to, because I was at work and stuff earlier today, and I was just kind of like putting lines just so I could see where it was gonna go. And look at this right here, perfect. It's just like trying to see if it's gonna respect these levels or not. This is looking like a nice onion play. I had a little sell from here earlier today. Yeah, I need to I still need to try to figure out a few things though. Previous day low. That's the previous day low. And this is the previous day low. Let's see what the week.
You know, big road make his way through the building. I cannot explain all this pain that I feel. Mr. Big Dog, I got plays out in Philly. Mr. Trap Good, I swear I'm trying to touch a million. Beat that road down, they thought I had my CDLs. I ain't trying to kick it, I can eat up on myself. Slide through the
previous daily, weekly, and it's the weekly low. That's why too. I need to put this weekly low. It's daily and weekly low. I like your bias, dollar looking decent. Oh yeah. I'm kind of, cause look at, bro. This is what I did to come up with this like idea of what kind of goes on, was when I was looking at euro. And then this is where I say I came up with this kind of idea of like kind of how it works, is that, like I say, is that look at Thursday at 8 a.m. is when you get this bottom, and then it wicks below it, and then that very bottom wick is the 9 o'clock candle. So pretty much the low gets made at 8 o'clock, and then it gets broken at 9, and that 9 o'clock candle is the one that breaks it and then continues up. So that's why I have it like 8 and 9. So those are the two candles you're pretty much keeping an eye out for. So from the 8 o'clock candle to the 9 o'clock candle, that's that bottom. And then you go over here to Wednesday, but remember, this is Thursday, 8 to 9. Wednesday, 9 to 10 is this top. And then you go down here to this bottom, which is Thursday, you go back to 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 on Thursdays. Wednesday at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then you go back over here, same thing. You run into this area, Wednesday. This one is... So like I said, look at this bottom right here on Wednesday is at 9 to 10. Same thing like Wednesday. Wednesday, it always seems like 9 to 10 is on Wednesday, and then on Thursday it ends up becoming back to the bottom right here is back to 9 to 10 now. Let me make sure actually. Let me see. So this is the low, which is at 10. So 9 to 10, yeah. So the low gets made at 9, then it gets broken at 10, and that's the one. But yeah, so kind of, but like I said, okay, so this idea that I have is this is the thing that I see. So actually this whole move was really from down here. So this whole move starts technically down here because this is the very bottom of it. So all of these moves are pretty much just pullbacks kind of. So pretty much what I'm trying to say though is that this move up right here leads into this move right here, right? But the thing is you guys, like, you have to remember, or what I'm kind of realizing is that this move right here, even though, like I say, Thursdays are the reversals and stuff, this is where the reversal happens on Thursday, but this reversal is just a continuation of this whole move up. So this is, like you say, like how I'm saying a reversal, you would think reversal in your head is like, oh, we're coming all the way down, but in reality, it's just the reversal of this move from Wednesday, which was over here. So pretty much from Wednesday till Thursday it reverses this move, but if you notice, this is just a continuation of the move that's going up. So when I say reversal, I don't mean like all the way. It's like, if you can see it this way, it'll make it easier, is where I say is like, it's not technically a reversal, it's technically a continuation, because this is the whole move. It's just a continuation. But if you say it right here on a smaller time frame right here, this is the reversal from the top to the bottom. But what I'm trying to point out is that this move right here is just a continuation of all of this. So that's where I say it goes from 1 week to the next. So this is 7 days, and then this is 7 days, and then this is I believe another 7 days over here. So it goes 7. It goes from 0. It starts from here, 0 to 7 days, to 14 days, to 21 days, and then now this is probably another 7 days, and then the 14 days is gonna bring us probably in these areas down here. And then that's where I'm saying is, I think where we're at right now, we're kind of in this zone right here, which is gonna be like the fake out type of move, where it's like when you're looking at it from the left, you're going up and you're coming down, and that's where this is the move up. So it's like a continuation. So what I'm thinking over here is this move, any move that comes up is just going to be a continuation to come back down. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is people are going to get trapped, and that's why I'm saying this move up. Now, and I'm talking about gold, but I'm just using this as the example, but this is on euro, but that's just kind of what I see. So what I see happening is kind of the same thing, whereas I think we're a pullback. If it does come up, what it's going to make everybody think is that it's bullish, because the idea is it's trying to trick you into the opposite of doing what it's actually doing, you know. So, and like this thing is starting to drop right here. This looks like it's CRT'd right here into this guy right here. That would have been a nice entry up here, somehow up there. But yeah, that's kind of what I kind of see kind of happening right now. I kind of see this being like an onion play right now. So I do see these lows getting targeted right here, because I did see this being the fair value gap where I think we might need to be targeting. So I think this is where too I knew this wasn't the move up, because even though it did go up, I knew this wasn't the move, because it was Sunday, and also it's just like things like that. Yeah, just making structure to move upward. Yo, GG, what up? Good morning, Dennis. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, so that's why I say it's like I already kind of knew this wasn't the move up. So even if you did kind of take this trade up, my idea would have been, you know, not to hold it, because I kind of knew this wasn't going to be the move up, because it couldn't have been. This is Sunday. You know, the moves don't happen on Sunday. Yeah, exactly. So there's really no volume. So it's like, and like I said, the day it is, the bank holiday, it's just it's a lot of factors, you know. And that's kind of what I was saying too about the whole, like, like where I was pointing out on the euro thing, it's like it's multiple weeks. It's not just one day or 4 hours or anything like that. So on a grand scheme of things, on the bigger time frame, the bigger picture is that it is just a pullback pretty much. Let me see something real quick. Okay, this thing is starting to move. Hold on. Yeah. And this swept the highs right there. So what I think might need to happen is it's going to probably target these lows right here. Something like this, and then maybe come here, break these highs one more time, and that's where we could probably get our setup maybe to come back down to actually these levels, because I'm thinking it's going to need to come down a little bit. But it, like I said, it's not just going to come straight down. It's going to target lows that broke the high. So if you see, this is a low and this is connected to this high right here that broke these highs over here. So the next target is going to be these lows over here like that. So that's kind of how I get that idea. That's how I know kind of the lows that broke the highs. So these are the lows that are connected to these highs that broke here, right? So that's why I say is, so where would you target? Now you just target back that. So that's why I kind of thinking is that he goes here, boom, boom, and then it's gonna go there to there. Yo, champ, what up? China chilling for the moment. yeah, they chilling right now. But this is what I say too, is about how important the days are, is that it is like I was saying too, is about how everything it rolls into week after week. Like the move you're trading today is possibly a continuation from last week or even the week before, depending how long this trend possibly lasts. But the thing is that there's always going to be a pullback, like let's say a trend lasts for a whole month. That's for 4 weeks. Let's say that's a whole 30 days. It's moving upwards. Even if 1 week out of those weeks, out of those 5 weeks, even if 1 week is bearish, that's still just a pullback in the whole grand scheme of things, you know. So that's where I say is that little movement that I see on like a Thursday, on like on that euro stuff, is that's why I say is like, that's what I've noticed, is that when you're in the trade from the bottom and you're targeting up here or something, is like that Wednesday to Thursday could just be a pullback. So that's where I was saying is this week was kind of short, and this is how I was saying too, is how I know which days roll into Sunday. Why Sundays were gonna be, I was actually talking to one of my buddies about that, is that I was kind of almost predicting Sunday was gonna be the day that it actually did move a lot, where it like from here down to up here and then even back down again. Or like, actually I think it was from here where Sunday, yeah, this is where we initially caught that idea, that first Model 1 idea, and that's what brought us down here. And then that's what I'm saying is that move plus this move, that's quite a bit of movement for a Sunday. So the thing is how do you know this Sunday is going to be the move and which one is not going to be the move? Is just like, that's when I say about the whole like Wednesday, Thursdays rolling over into like a depending where you take your like, it's stuff like this. Let me see, where's the Sunday at? Friday. Look, this is a Sunday right here. Sunday here. And then this is Monday already, but this is Sunday pretty much. This is Sunday area. So pretty much my idea is that some Sundays roll in and they make bigger moves than others. Like look at this Sunday right here. This is Sunday right here. This one's not really moving as much. This one did move up a little bit. So it's just certain Sundays are gonna have more action than others, but it all kind of depends on the idea of like what happens during the week and stuff. Look at Friday and then look at Sunday. Okay, look at this is actually thing too. Look at this was the Thursday, Friday, or the Wednesday, Thursday led into this Friday, and then this is Sunday right here. So Sunday starts here, and then it drops and it goes to Monday right here. So like I said, that's a pretty active Sunday. So it's just things like that. It's like certain days act differently. You just got to kind of understand that. The technicals, yeah, exactly. It's just it's hard to say it's not an algorithm now that I kind of see it this way. Is that there's reasons why things happen exactly at certain times. That's why if you backtest things, you could see a lot of the times. That's why, like, one of the days, I think it was the move that happened up right here. I think this was the Sunday at like 9 o'clock, or the 1 o'clock candle is what we were waiting for. The 1 hour candle. Yeah, it was right here. Look, right here at 1 a.m. This was the candle exactly at the time when I was kind of expecting. I had it kind of backwards though. I was expecting a sell, which it did kind of sell back down for a little bit, but that wasn't the type of sell I was thinking. I was thinking the sell was going to come down here the same way it kind of went up. So, but the only thing I had wrong was obviously the direction, which is important. But I'm just kind of pointing out though is that the idea of knowing what time something's gonna happen was actually valid, because I knew exactly at this 1 o'clock candle on this Sunday was gonna have the move, and that's what I'm saying is now. But like looking back at it in hindsight, it obviously says exactly what direction it's gonna go, because look at how we had the CRT idea that we had. This is a wick above. This signals higher prices, and then we had this wick down close above, which signals higher prices also. So that was the CRT move exactly at the time frame we wanted, and then we had a bottom wick go exactly to where this first candle bottom wick is at, pretty much like a double bottom. And that is what pretty much unlocked this whole move right there. And that's what I'm saying is I was expecting this Sunday to actually have this movement because of the way the week was closing, because of the way like certain Sundays are gonna be more active, and like it's hard for me kind of explain it right now, but it's like in the moment I kind of seen it all kind of happening, and I could see, all right, this was going to be the Sunday. Obviously, I didn't take that trade that I wanted, which was that top one, but it's just preparing for it. So like for the next time, I definitely will be ready for it, and just understand it's just more, and like being able to wait for it and then it happened, it just gives you a little bit more confidence. So now next time I kind of, when I'm in that moment, I could trust my idea, and I could almost know what to look for a little bit more. I mean, now that I kind of think about it, now that I'm looking at it, I could kind of see exactly where I could do something that could repeat. Look at, okay, this low right here is because of this 4-hour CRT that we were talking about before, which is this guy. So this was the wick below, close above. So this is what's signaling higher prices at some point, which it did get higher prices. But the idea though is that's why I had that line there. So this line was the one that we were kind of respecting and doing all that stuff with. So, but just kind of pointing that out, look at what exactly happened. Was it at that level? Or was it here? Oh yeah, right here, look. Okay. So right here on the 1 hour, at that exact level, look, I already had seen this, because like I said, this bottoms is where we were kind of looking at and looking for and stuff like that. So this is why I also believe this wasn't the move up, was because I had this bottom level right here that was one of my ideas that I was like, okay, it's gonna need to be one of these three options right here that's gonna unlock the actual move. I can't, like I said, I can't tell you exactly which one it's going to be, because there's a few ideas that this is gonna give me data also. When something happens, it's gonna, if it bounces here, it's gonna give me, okay, this is my first initial idea. Here's where it needs to bounce, at this box here. So if I'm end up being wrong, so my idea though is that this is how I think about things too, is like, okay, let's say this was my entry. If I were to have an entry here, how I think about it is let's say I don't believe in stop hunting or anything like that. If your stops get hit, it's because your entry was wrong. You're in the wrong trade to begin with. It has nothing to do with anybody hunting your stops. But I think of it that way, whereas in, let's say I got into the wrong position, if they try to take me out, where would those stops be, and then where would it reverse at? So let's just say when I were to get into a trade, let's say if I did get into this trade, my stops would either want to be here or here, because I would know if these levels were getting tapped, then it's most likely going to just continue down or something. And this wasn't the trade that I thought it was. But then that's where I'm saying is that I think if it's not this level, then it's probably going to be one of these, because these are the levels that I kind of came up with because of the understanding, like, okay, let's say this was my trade, and where would your stops be at? And that's where the trade would go invalid, because that's where, like, in the way they would say, like, people would say, oh, they're stop hunting. This is where they would stop hunt your stops at. If you put your stop here, that's exactly where they would at least send it, so it could at least bounce from there and then go where you wanted it. Or if it's not that level, it's going to be this level, and it'll do that. Because I have these two ideas of why these levels would even be the reason, but I'll explain it right now. Let me just kind of see what's kind of happening right now. So this is why too, is I'm kind of thinking is that I don't really, this is kind of like a little choppiness range. Obviously, if you would have wanted to get into a trade, it would have been from here, from the break of these lows right here. But it goes back to the same idea of what I understand is that even if you get into this trade from here and you're still holding it possibly, this is not where I would want to stay into the trade, at least if I didn't already go break even and close partials, meaning I already secured the win in a sense, and I already, no matter what happens with the trade, I'm going to walk off with profits. But it's the idea that it's also the type of day you're not going to get the runner that you're going to really want. So even if you're in this trade, this is why I believe this is not the real move up, because if I had this level as my entry, like let's say this is where I want to look for a trade at, if it doesn't hit that level, then what that tells me though is that this whole trade up, there's two options: either my level is wrong, or this isn't the move that it's trying to make you think it's going to be. So that's why I'm saying is like, that's why I also knew this move was the same thing, because it didn't touch that level. And that's what I'm saying is that just from that alone already gave me the idea. But that was also why I was thinking this move was going to be coming down in the moment, because I knew this wasn't the move down, I mean the move up, that I was like this. I didn't think this was going to happen all the way up like that. I figured this was the, okay, so the way I thought about it was, okay, if this is the level that I'm looking at that needs to be tapped, then this wasn't the move. So at the perfect time, which was at 1 o'clock, exactly where I was kind of waiting for this to happen, it all started kind of forming on these certain time frames. And I think even the 4-hour might have happened at that time, where I might have gotten a wick above or something. Yeah, I think we might have gotten a wick above here, and it kind of started closing. So it started looking like it was going to be the trade, but then it ended up flipping back bullish. But that's where I'm saying is, now that I'm thinking about it, this was the 4-hour CRT low, and this was the yellow line that we were kind of interested in, the one that we need to stay above. So that's where I was saying is that this was just like a bottom wick on either, this is like the candle here, and then this is like the wick, and then there's obviously another candle here, and then there's really not so much a wick, and then this is one too that has a little bit longer wick, I believe. So that's where I'm kind of thinking is that this one needs a longer top wick, unless this is where it's at. Like this is more like the and then this is where the long wick is at. This would be the small wick, this would be the long wick, which is these guys. This would be the long wick, and then this is like, and that's where I was saying about like the candles, knowing what candles you are. But if this was like 3 candles, this is the range that you're trading in inside of all of that. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, but okay, so kind of what I was saying too about this level though, now that I make sense, okay, the reason why I believe this, what now I could kind of see this swept the lows and it closed above the yellow line. So what this actually signaled, now that I'm looking at it, now it makes sense. If I'm looking for a trade around that time and we have like a CRT level that we need to close above, look at this candle right here closed above that yellow line. So let's just say this was like a resistance level, because technically this would be the low of the previous 4-hour candle. So that would signal a strong support. So once we go underneath it, now it becomes a resistance. So once we close back above that line, now it becomes a resistance again. So now that it's a resistance and we're closing above it, it's signaling almost like a breakout, in a sense, as if this was a breakout, but then obviously this wasn't a breakout. This will end up being a fake out. But that's my point, is that treating this like a breakout from the bottom going back into the range, it closed above the yellow line, and then the next candle closed support, as turning that line into support. And that's the exact time, this is the exact candle that we were waiting for it to start making its move. So now that I'm kind of playing it out now, it's like it makes sense why, if I would have seen this the way I see it now, where this was a close back above the range, close respecting the range, this was the signal, and it was a CRT, which means higher prices. So at some point you were going to get higher prices than that. So even from here to that, you would have gotten your higher price, and that was the initial trade that it did wick all the way up here before pushing. But you could have even gotten out at that wick, that top wick area, or held it, because it does make sense why it would go back to this level right here, because that is just the previous level, and it broke those highs. And look at this is what we're saying. Remember, like I said, the lows that broke the highs. So look, this is the lows that's connected to the highs that broke the previous highs. So this is the high that broke the previous highs, right? And this is the lows that connect to it. And look at where we ended up going. Exactly, bottom wick breaking the previous low. So it was like the lows that belonged to the highs, and that was the lows that we targeted, which was that. So let's say like this one, technically this is part of this, but it's just like I said, this was all just, this is the lows that broke the high. So this was all just a retest to continue back down. And that's another little way of reading price action. Yo, bruh, what up? Yeah, Labor Day was a factor. But that's what I was saying too. This is an XAU session, bro. He may check GC. Oh yeah, GBP. Yeah, I don't really trade those ones right now. I'll check them maybe later. But we're trying to cook up a little trade right now for gold. So I want to see if I could try to figure this out. There is these highs right here in these areas. I'm wondering if this could be some kind of like same thing. You know, the lows that broke the highs. So this technically, these lows that are connected to these highs right here technically haven't broke no previous levels either, which is kind of why I'm getting the idea that we might need to, that's kind of why I had this yellow line right here, was because we might need to go to this resistance area pretty much to break those highs, the same way I kind of explained it on the smaller time frame, or on this time frame. Like I said, is that these are the lows that broke the highs, the previous highs. So if the previous highs are right here, if we want to break these lows and target these lows, we're going to most likely at least need to break these highs that are connected to these lows. So if we're going to start moving up, this is where I'm thinking we're going to need to start moving, and it is kind of pushing up now. And then look at, we're going to possibly close above here, and then this is the breakout that you would want to possibly look for. But I don't know if I want to take this trade, because I'm not really trying to take breakout trades, even though it says 25 pips. But damn, that thing's kind of moving. The only reason why, like I said, the reason why I wouldn't want to take a trade right here is because if let's say I did take a trade somewhere here, my stops would have to be this previous low if not the whole level low, which is down here. And this level is already 18 pips, and then this level right here is 28 pips. So the only thing is that I don't like, I mean, obviously I don't really like focus on RR, but the thing is I know where my entries are valid at, and my entry would have rather been right here at this low right here. We would have, the only way I would have wanted to be in this trade is if I got into these lows right here, and this is exactly the low right here that you're looking at. Look, it goes right into the CTR right here. Look, same idea. Break the low, so it wicked below, close back above, signaling higher prices. And this was the higher price that we did get. And then it signaled here, go to there, close above. Now we're going to go back to the next previous, and it does the same thing. We close above that. Now we're going to go back to the next previous, which is here. And like I said, we tapped that. So it makes sense. But like I said, that's where I would have rather wanted to trade. Obviously I didn't see it in the moment, but that's where I would want to be at, because let's say this is our entry right here. We're boom, our entry is right there. Look at where our wick is, our bottom wick right here. Where our stops would be is 5 pips. And what I always say about this is how I could almost tell my entry would be correct, because if my entry is only 5 pips and like my stops are only 5-6 pips, when it lands on 5.5-6 pips, the number, it always plays out that way. It always plays out valid like that. So that's why I'm saying is a lot of times I could just use the pip wise to tell me if the trade is valid or not. Look at, and where I would have wanted the entry would have been the bottom wick of this red candle, and from the bottom wick of that red candle to the previous low is only 5 pips. So yeah, not enough room for vantage point, exactly. Because yeah, even if, like I said, even if the vantage point would have been this, it would have already been tapped fairly quick. But yeah, like I was saying though, is that, but that's where I would, like I say, and that's where I say too, I tell myself is that even though I could see it going up and touching a certain level, if that is the case, I still don't want to jump into the trade, because look, it could always turn back around, you know, and then I would have to maybe hold the drawdown or get out break even, and then that makes the trade a break even trade, and then it makes it into the whole how many trades are you going to take, and then, you know, if you're only taking 1 maybe 2 trades a day, then you start you're running out of ammo at this point, you know. So that's why I say too is that you always want to think about it the way, well, not you, I'm just saying this is how I think about it. The way I remind myself to think about it is, it's almost like you have a strap, a gun in a sense of your favorite gun on Call of Duty, and you can't reload. You only got maybe 2 bullets left, you know, and you have to make the best of those last 2 bullets. And that's where I say is that how you kind of, my rule in my head is the max 2 trades. 1, if the trade is a bad loss, like let's say it's more than 15-20 pips, I would just call it after that. But if I hit a trade and I maybe have my stops at 10 pips, but, or let's say 7 pips, or something's tight, I get out at 10 pips, I'll give it one more shot, possibly get a second trade or something, you know. So it just kind of depends on that. But that's why I say is if you have only a limited amount of ammo, you want to take the best quality trades, the ones that are going to give you the biggest RR, I would say, you know. And but even though RR, like I said, I still don't think like RR is the most important thing, but it's just the thing, the way I think about it is just like I said, get in right here. If like, you should like just learn to understand this is where you want to take your trade at. So if you need to learn to take your trade at, you need to study what it takes to get into your trade here, because you would know if it goes below here, your trade is invalid. So you shouldn't need too crazy of a stop to kind of tell you your trade is invalid, you know. It's like, just understand where you're getting in at. Are you getting in at the bottom? Are you getting in at the middle? Or are you getting in at the top? And like I said, is that there's multiple areas you could get in here. If you get in here, you go to drawdown, but it's still right. You get in here, you go 0 drawdown, straight TP type thing. So that's why I say it's like, out of in this whole push right here, where would you want to take your trades at? I would want to trade here. I would want to trade here. I would want to maybe a breakout trade from here. So if these are the three options you have, you need to figure out how you're going to take this trade, how you're going to take this trade, and how you're going to take this trade. That's the goal of everything, is to figure that out. Yeah, it's starting to push now too. It did close above. It did wick above higher prices. It created higher prices here. One thing I do notice, let me see this right here. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is all about right here. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, nope. Yeah, and that's pushing now. So yeah, that makes sense. All right. You want that A plus, exactly, bro. That A plus, like, even if it plays out, like, you know, sometimes, and that's why it's kind of good to speak out your ideas and see if your idea even plays out, because this is where I'm thinking, is that if we end up needing to push up to these levels, then I know there's going to be a pullback at some point, where if this is the level we're targeting, waiting for some kind of push up and then a pullback, then that's when you could target this area as your trade, you know, and that'll be an A plus setup, because I know if I'm looking for this as the bounce at that level, if it doesn't bounce at that level, then this whole idea that I have right here is not the idea that I think it is. And if it breaks through it like this, then it invalidates my whole idea. So that's where I say is like, I have a level right here. It should either get respected or not, and just that alone will tell me if this is the trade I think it is, and if it's not. And like I said, sometimes you might even be wrong, where, like, let's say it just hits your stop and then it still goes in your direction. All that will tell me, though, is that you just need to get a better entry, which is the idea was correct. Now just focus on how'd you get into early, or how'd you get into late, or something, you know. So just always question yourself. Like, there's always a reason. Don't ever feel like there's never not a reason. I always think there's a reason. So let me see something real quick. Okay, so look, this is the previous high level right here, right? So this is kind of what I'm thinking right here. So what I do is I put a level right there. What is this level? 4-hour CRT low. Okay, oh yeah, that's the 4-hour CRT low. And then we also have looks like a 3-piece idea. Wick above, break the previous low, break the previous high. Now it might wick back down. If it wicks back down, I'm wondering if it could break this low right here, or break this high. All right, let's see some. All right, so that's the 4-hour. Yeah, that's the 4-hour area. 4 hour. Oh, that's the daily previous low. Oh wait. Oh yeah, let me delete that. I don't need that no more. When this 4-hour, this 4 hours about to close in 22 minutes. So if this 4-hour could close inside of this range right here, this will signal higher prices, which will kind of go back to those levels that we were talking about, which is at least right here, which is that high. Man, what is it? What is a good potential target for TP? I'm already in at 24.94. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. My idea about this is that, look at, okay, so my lines were right here where I had it on this 4-hour. So where I see this 4-hour, this becomes the range right here. So this candle on the 4-hour becomes the range. So when you close back inside of this range right here with this green candle, what that's going to signal is higher prices. So wherever this top wick ends up at, it's gonna need to at least break that high before coming back down if it wants to come down. So this is not really a big top wick, but a lot of times also, a lot of times also it targets the 50%. This is also an important thing, is it targets the 50% of this red candle right here, and the 50% of this red candle will also be right here. So it's I'm thinking it's gonna need at least come up to this level right here. But like I was saying is that on this target right here, what I just from what I know from a lot of times that I just from what I've seen a lot of times, so it needs to hit this level right here, and this is also a level I believe it needs to tap. For the reason why is because this is on the 15. There's a previous high right here that I think needs to be tapped. A lot of times it targets the first previous high at least, and this is the first previous high. This is all one range. This is all one range right here. So it's most likely going to target at least here. And that's where I kind of, you're going to have to figure out the next target, because a lot of times when it hits that, it might make you think it's going to break out, but then it ends up coming back in the range, grabbing liquidity, and then if it wants to break out, then it'll break out the next time. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like if I was in this trade, I would be getting out somewhere at the top of this box, just because I know there's going to be a pullback. I know this is also not the move that's just going to go straight up. So that's why I say too, it's important to understand what day you're trading on and what day it is, because it's not the day of a reversal or something. So it's not going to be the one that's just going to go straight up for 150 pips and you can hold and it's easy breezy, you know? So it's like, you just got to have that into consideration, which is why I kind of understand if it does come up to these levels, there's probably going to be a pullback back into this range at least before going up. So it's my idea though, is that like I don't want to be in profits and then for some reason lose them because it comes back and it hits break even, just because I want it more than what it gave me already, you know? And if you really know what you're doing, then get out here, wait for the pullback, and then get back in because you understand it needs to go higher or something, you know? But that's just how I kind of think about it right now. But look, it did exactly that. So look, that's the 4-hour CRT. That's the 4-hour high right there. I don't really like that. I'm wondering if that could be the idea, which ends up turning into this as the idea, but that didn't have no. Okay, so here, so look at, I'm wondering if, okay, look at, I think it's gonna come right here to this fair value gap right here. We're gonna see right now. I think it's gonna come up to this fair value gap. I need to try to figure out how low it's gonna go though, but let's see, hold on. Oh yeah, CRT down. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Let's see, because this would be like the Model 1. This would be the same type of Model 1 I think that had happened. But this is where I was saying too, is I'm thinking it needs to push up a little bit. So I don't know if it's gonna come down. Like I said, if this was my target, I don't think it's not any kind of pullback right now. Could just be something like this right here, just to go back up. Could be like this little pullback just to go back up. So because if I believe as long as we're in this range right here, we're bullish. So everything is just gonna pull back until it goes up to that level. So that's kind of why I would stay out, even if it comes down here. But then that's just, it just kind of goes back to my idea of where I'm thinking my level could have just been wrong also. Maybe instead of it being that top, maybe it was this top. But then that goes just to making sure you follow your plan. This is why I say too, it's important to know. Ooh, like it's a perfect, like I said, it did break the previous highs right here though. So That's why I say it's like it did break those highs, and it technically broke both of these highs right here. And then look at, if I put this right here, oh no, that didn't tap it. So I still think, yeah, I think it would still need to come up. Let me see. Oh shit. Oh wait, let me see some here. Close back. The displacement would be here. The displacement would be here. Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing, same thing. Ooh, that thing is moving right there. Keep up the solid work, man, for sure. But yeah, peace out, GBP. I know it's getting late. Hey, yeah, GBP, hit me up, bro. Like I said, I'll be working like I work a few days and I'm off, but I'm off the next 2 days. So if you want to jump on a call or something, let me know. We'll hop on a call and just talk out some stuff, see how it goes. But yeah, hit me up, man. Let me know. Appreciate you for stopping by though, always, bro. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, the 4 hours about to close right now in 10 minutes. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate it.
And lately, I've been really to myself. Focus on that bag and nothing else. She said she like my style for real. Getting money, I ain't worried about a deal. Bitches love me, I ain't worried how they feel. We could take a trip to Cancun. Stop believing shit that ain't true. Me, I make moves. I don't really talk, but Drake do. Trap good, that's all you say, fool. Trap good, these bitches paying cause they heard about me. I start feeling weird when I can sense the nerd around me. Once they get my game, then that's when they start curving around me. Cut off the snake, but somehow leeches got that word about me. Niggas fake and bitches fake too, but some come with a check. Worry about the last bitch, that's how the last bitch got left. I've been on some nasty shit. MVP, I'm to the next.
Let's see what happens right here at this level right here. This 15-minute, it's to show the lower prices, so we probably gonna need a lower price from here. Let's see if it reacts at this level right here. I think it's gonna need a drop to come back down now, but we'll see how it reacts. I'm trying to catch the idea, because like I said, if this ends up playing out and it does come down, then that makes more sense of why I think it's gonna need to come down a little bit lower. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, and then if it doesn't react at this level like I think it needs to, then what it will tell me is that it's gonna need to probably target this high up over here, which would be the other level I was thinking also. But look, it's starting to come down now. So okay, so let's say this is valid right here. What would the stops been? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That would have been 6 pips up here. But look, now it's closing above. So yeah, that's telling me that it's gonna need to go up now. So now I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna need to go. So that's why I say is this one level right here will give me information. It'll give me enough information letting me know what needs to happen. Yeah, I think now I'm thinking it's gonna need to push up to here, and then it's gonna target back up to here. So that's why I was saying is that if it doesn't react at this level like I want, then yeah, it's gonna tell me something else. And now I kind of got the idea. Okay, now this right here was just a pullback to continue up, like we were talking about. I was thinking it might need to come a little bit lower, but no, it's looking good. I'm thinking, well, but this still doesn't have a bottom wick, so we'll see right now how this ends up. But that does say lower prices though. This says higher prices. Already got higher prices. That made higher prices. And then this is still about to close in 6 minutes also. So look, yeah, it's making more sense. Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna need to go up, because look at even the 4 hour. If this closes above here, then that's gonna signal is higher prices. So it's gonna need to at least come here to wick up and then come down if it wants to. So we got 6 minutes. Let's wait for 6 minutes. Let's wait for this next candle to close, and let's see what time it is. It's actually gonna be 12. It's about to be 1 o'clock right now. So that means what I'm thinking, what I think it's going to mean is that, okay, what did we talk about earlier? So this would be the 10. This would be the 1 o'clock candle. So technically this did break the high. So I'm thinking it might need to, let's see how this ends up. This 4 hour is going to be important. Alright, earlier it closed above that level that we're talking about. So this, let's see how this ends up closing. So maybe if this closes, okay, look, it might give me the same idea, if not the opposite. Okay, look, like I was saying about this level closing above this level here. So what I'm thinking is that it might do the same thing. If this candle could close above here, then the next candle should be, I'm thinking it will at least give us a higher price. But then this is also what I'm thinking though, is then now if this doesn't close above, then it's going to give you the idea that this is respecting this. So if it closes respecting that, then that means the next candle most likely is going to come here to break that high, and then it could possibly close back inside of the range, and then that would be the move to maybe come back down. But then again, like I said, this could also wick up to hit that level too that we were kind of expecting earlier. So I'm trying to wait for this. This did break the high already though. Yeah, and then like I said, it's closing and respecting exactly at that level. That is 90. That is at 96.6. So that's 7 pips up right now. And that's another CRT right there, closing below. Gave you your lower prices. Let's see this 4 hour. Like I said, this 4 hour is going to be important right now in 3 minutes. How this next 3-minute candles close. And what does it look like? Looks like we swept these highs. And oh, you know what? Look at, dang, look at it just happened right now. Look, that was, oh yeah, that was the little play that we were talking about that I thought was gonna go up. But look, it did wick up though. But damn, how high did that need to go? Let me see if this is the order block right here then. Yeah, that was that order block actually that tapped. All it did was tap this order block right here. So maybe that's what it was. Boom, right there. So now it's going to come here to tap here one more time. If it taps here one more time, well, I wonder if that was the one more time right here. So now this is going to be this OTE entry, which would be right here. So if it I'm thinking if it comes back up here one more time, that makes sense though. Look at, that's what we were just talking about. I did say it closed above and it kind of gave me the idea to take a buy, or like, not, I didn't take a buy, but just the idea that now it should be a buy maybe, but it technically never closed back above. It just went straight to the, like, it just went straight to this order block right here. Boom, perfectly. Oh, and then the 1 hour candle is about to close right now also. So after we break a previous low, let's see, we broke a previous low. So let's see, we broke the low and then 1, 2, the candle. So 2 and the candle. We broke the low, 1, 2, and the candle. So that's the low. That's that one. That's that one. And then this is the one that chose. Let's see, that one. That one. So this is the one that gave us the direction. So if we break underneath here, that could give us the direction that it is probably going to need to come down. But this 4 hour close is what's going to give me a lot of, so while the thing is too, it could just come down, but it could come down for something very small. Like it could just come like down here, or it could even just wick here and then turn around. Max, yo, what up? Max, what up? How's your night going? Appreciate you guys for watching. Though. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe for me. I would appreciate it. We're almost at 1.7K subscribers on YouTube, so make sure you guys subscribe up. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so look, this closed above the previous candle. This is signaling higher prices, so this pullback is just a pullback to possibly go back up. So what I'm seeing is the 4 hour also did that. So now we took there. Let me see something real quick. Okay, it just broke these lows, I think. So want to see how it reacts at this level. Okay, the 15-minute did signal lower prices though. This 15-minute signaled here. This wick above closed below signal lower prices, so I'm wondering if it needs to create lower prices at least. Come down like this maybe and then go up, or is it just gonna come down and then go down like that? This would be a retest. But this did an hourly closed above though, so what that signals to me is that that is a higher price. So at some point we might need to create a higher price. But because like I said, the 4 hour also did signal that to go up, so I'm wondering if that could be. Okay, so now let's see. Damn. So that was the move though. That was the Model 1 that showed up right here perfectly. Like I said, this was the Model 1. What confused me was that wick above, that one like that did confuse me though. But like I said, you follow the plan, you trust the plan. The plan was to this, your stops would be up here. If you follow the plan, you accept it, the outcome, knowing that most of the time these plays are going to play out. It would have followed the plan perfectly, you know. So that was probably the actual entry. And then that actually, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, that kind of gives you the direction. So at that 1 o'clock candle, right when it opened up, right here at 1 o'clock, this one right here, I guess it does kind of make sense. A close below signals lower prices, and look at what it did, lower price. Okay, so that's where I wanted though. Like I said, this was the level I wanted to see. Now that does signal that, so this broke this low, so it's probably gonna go down there. But now, let's see what it does. But like I said, I'm thinking it needs to target those lows down there. Because it goes back to where I was saying is that the lows at the bottom where I'm thinking it needs to actually target, which is down here. And this could just be an onion play to come back down. But one thing that is kind of, this could just be a bottom wick though, because one thing I'm seeing right here, this is why I'm kind of confused right now, is that I see this level right here is that this closed above. So this is signaling on a 4 hour that we need higher prices. So at some point we're going to need higher prices. So I'm wondering if this pullback could just be, like I said, just so we could eventually create these higher prices. And that did hit the 50% already, I'm most likely. Oh yeah, way long time ago. Okay, it's closing respecting that. But this signal lower prices. Oh, that closed below. closed above. Should I hold shorts or cut it off? Or not? Shoot, bro. I don't know, bro. You got to make sure you have a plan before you get into a trade. You need to have your TPs. You need to have things like that. I'm not in any trade right now because I kind of feel like it's a little too. I'm not reading it the way I think I'm waiting to read it a little better. I think it needs to go up, to be honest. Like I said, I was thinking it needed to come up to these levels, but we could see right now. We could see, definitely see in a bit. I'm thinking it's gonna need to probably come up. And this just made a three-piece right here. Ooh, could that break? Let's see. But like I say, YT Styles, you need to have a plan before you get into a trade, bro. You gotta make sure you have a plan. You don't want to just jump into a trade and be gambling, especially if you got money on the line. You gotta take that serious. You gotta take that. You gotta protect your money as best you can. Can't just be, throwing it away and stuff. So all I say is just make sure you're you're protecting your money. You just make sure you're taking quality trades, bro. It needs to be part of a plan. You need to have a plan. Don't listen to somebody that, like, just random, just you don't even know me, bro. I could just be lying about anything. Make sure you understand what you're doing and what you're trading. All right, what I'm thinking is gonna need to happen is payable. I think, okay, here. I think in here, somewhere here. All right, thinking like here, at least 93. Something like that, maybe. So this makes sense again, though. Like, this was the same Model 1 that we were kind of planning for yesterday. And this is why I also said, though, it makes sense why I had those lines. Look at this, was the level that we were trying to break. Not this level. We wanted this level. And then, like, what I was saying was, this is the highs that broke the lows, or the lows that broke the highs. That's where I think it's gonna need a tap. Come down here. Oh, let's see. That thing is moving though. Oh, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm wondering, okay, if this breaks this low, I was thinking it needs to come down a little lower. This looks like a salary play, the good old salary play. So if it breaks this low, it usually signals the direction. So if it breaks that low, it should start going lower. Yeah, there it goes. So let's see it start pushing, hopefully. Like I said, I kind of want to see. I'm wondering if it's gonna start targeting the levels that we were really looking for, or is it just going to? Maybe not. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, it would really help out. Try to get this YouTube to 2K subs. Let's go. Let's run it. Hit that sub, y'all. Appreciate it. As you guys can tell, I really like this song. This is my song right here. All right, so that was the Model 1 again. So we were able to find that yesterday, and then we kind of found it today. So obviously we're getting a little closer and closer to cracking it. Look at guys, look at where it happened at. It happened exactly the same spot here, and it came down. And look at it's happening here. So what's most likely going to happen? This was the lows it targeted. I'm wondering if these are the lows it's going to target. But this one went lower, so I'm wondering it's gonna come like this, and then it do some kind of retest, and then maybe start targeting these like that. There it goes. It started to move. Yeah, appreciate you guys for watching though. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is the Model 1 that we've been working on. Is that we've been working on this Model 1. I don't know if you guys watch ICT and stuff, but it is what it is, you know. The Model 1 of how to find it. It's a lot of things that are important. You know, you need to break a key level. It needs to tap it. It needs to break it. It needs to close back in the range, and then it needs to create a fair value gap, and then it needs to retest it to come down. And there's like a sequence to it. So I think I kind of figured out the sequence to it. Now I'm able to identify it, and then so what I'm kind of thinking now is just when making sure I see when to take it at the right time. And this is right at this time. Second quarter, in the second quarter. And I think it was right around that time too, right around 1 o'clock. It was perfect timing. That's what it was too. It was the time of it. Look at the time that we were talking about. We were talking about 1 a.m. is always the 1 a.m. candle. And look at that thing just right now is at 1 a.m. That's the move. I mean, this had no top wick either, which is kind of crazy. No top wick at all. Damn, this thing's moving though. So if anything, I'm wondering if it could just break this low right here. If it breaks this low and then it flips. So it goes like that, and then it kind of comes back up. Because they always say too, it's like the first 15 minutes. All right, so we close below. Damn, no wick, no nothing, just straight bearish. Damn. Yeah, appreciate you guys for watching though. Appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe.
Baby, give me some cash.
Ooh, top wick. Let's see. 1 hour. Okay, the 1 hour just bottom wicked it. It just broke this previous low right here. I'm wondering, let's see what happens now. Damn, I wonder if that could be it. All right. Oh yeah. All right, we just closed right at that level. We wicked below. Now we're starting to push. All right. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. All right, now it kind of makes sense. Look at, okay, we touched the top of the range and we did come all the way back to the bottom of it. So I'm wondering if that was the end of the move to come all the way back down. So it did go a little lower than I did. Look at it right at that level, like I was expecting it to do it right there. And it, like I said, look at it, literally just CRT'd it right here. Boom, right here. Now I'm wondering if it could flip and create that top wick at least. And once it flips, then it'll be probably targeting this previous wick. Oh yeah, this thing moving. Okay, so now this is the thing too, is that, okay, so when it comes to these trades, this is one of those things I tell you guys about, is that of like, there's multiple trade entries. This is a key thing. I don't know if you guys are watching or if you guys even like listening to me and stuff, but this is kind of something I've kind of been back testing. There's only 8 of you guys watching, so if you guys, this is very important, guys. This is how I find a lot of my trades and how I know what needs to happen still. Sometimes certain things need to happen, so I'm almost thinking this is gonna need to come back up here, somewhere up here. I'm gonna find the level right now, but I think it might need to come back up here one more time. And if it does, then that's where I think it could maybe, it's going to make a decision either here at this level. It's either going to come here and get rejected, to come lower like my ultimate goal is at this point. But the thing is if it hits this point, I believe it's going to reverse. But the thing is if that's the case, then I should know the reverses don't happen on a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. It's probably going to start getting ready. So this could be doing something like this today and tomorrow, and then, you know, start working our way back down for Wednesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday it gets ready to do that move back up and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. At this level, you're gonna see a reaction. You're gonna see either a, well, obviously there's only two options, either a break or a retest, but that's just kind of where I was thinking where the main move is gonna happen at. Because what happens is if this was the move and then this was the correct exit, every exit is the correct entry also. So if you get out at the right spot, which is, let's say this was the right spot, then if you were to take the complete opposite trade, which is taking it the other way, at the same spot you got out, you should also be able to take that trade as a buy also, and holding it to the next level to where it comes back down and stuff. So that's what I'm saying, is every exit is also a correct entry. So that's one of those things that that I've kind of seen and noticed and stuff. So, and what happens is it goes up to these few levels. So I think it might need to at least go up to here. At least, so we'll see maybe here or up here. But this, okay, so back to what I was gonna say about the look, guys, write this down or screen record it or do whatever you got to do to remember this. But what I'm trying to say is there's 5 entries on every correct move. There's 5 entries. So if this is the move down, I think I said it yesterday too, if this is the move down, there's technically 5 entries. There's like the main one here at the top, then there's I believe then it's the one right here, which is, I believe, the displacement type of trade, unicorn type of trade, I believe what they call it or whatever. But in a sense, it's a turtle soup. There's an order block, there's a breaker block, there's a OTE, and there's a KOD trade. So all 5 of those things usually show up in the sequence, and that's how you kind of know, okay, this is model 1, this is the order block entry, all right, this is the breaker, this is the OTE, and then this is the KOD. So when you know that sequence, if you know, that's why I kind of figured if this was going to be the trade down, but I thought, I mean, obviously I thought it was going to break through it at the time, but I still was kind of waiting for that level because I knew this was the level. If it taps here, then it goes back into knowing that this was, I believe, either the order block trade. That was the order block trade. Okay, so that makes sense why it went higher than the fair value gap trade, because I believe that is the breaker trade. That would be the breaker trade, or this is the breaker trade. I need to figure out what a true breaker is, because I always get it wrong. But yeah, that's what I was saying though, is that there's 5 entries. So this is either the breaker entry or the order block entry, and that's the one thing I need to work on too, is maybe, okay, so I think this is the breaker. No, this is the order block right there, and then this is the breaker, and I believe this right here coming up is possibly the OTE entry. And that's where I'm saying is that if this is the OTE entry, then that's what it's gonna happen next. And like I said, it's just all sequence. It's just a sequence of it. It's just every trade you could almost, like I said, use those as knowing, all right, it's I'm about to have another trade. I got one more opportunity right here, and also knowing that is that you could get out of this trade because you know it needs to do one more time, because your actual, let's say the OTE entry hasn't showed up yet. If the OTE hasn't showed up in this move down, then you know this move down isn't done yet. There's probably gonna need to be a pullback or something like that. Even if it went all the way down here, this is why I say it's important to follow the plan, because even if it came down here and these setups never showed up, I believe still at some point when it comes back to these levels, it'll still set up and then do what it's supposed to do after that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. Appreciate it.
Used to be bad as hell, now I be OT making them package deals. Back to New York this time, I might just need a rap review. Back to New York this time, I might go see an actor's deal. Back to New York, I'm back to the East Coast. I ain't fucking with that bitch no more, and she knows. She just want some Gucci sneaks and Valentinos on me though. Put her up on game, I know the cheat codes. Back to the biddy, I be mad as hell. I don't wanna leave.
I appreciate you guys for watching though. I appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. All right. All right. But yeah, that's what I'm working on though. Is I'm really working on identifying this right here. This is the main. This setup right here is what's gonna take us out of the hood, bro. I'm telling you guys. Understand this setup right here. If you guys are watching, I'm gonna blow this up. Look, I'm gonna blow this up so you guys can see exactly. If you guys are watching right now, screenshot this right now after I circle it and stuff. So look, actually I'm gonna put a box, make it nice and neat. Oh yeah, right here. And this was the setup right here. So the setup ended up becoming, this was the fair value gap right here. Or what was it, that one? Hold on. Let's see right here. It comes here. Boom, right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, that was the one. And it actually came up here to this order block, I believe. Yeah, that's still valid. That's kind of, I think that could be it too. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to show you right here. This was the thing. Let me make this one different color. Let's put it red. Let me see, hold on. I guess it's background. Background, yeah. Let's put it dark red, I guess. Yeah. All right. So FVG. Let me put a text. FVG. FVG. I can't even see it. Can't even see it. Text. Let's put it inside. Put center. Put left. Right. Yeah, right. It's fine. All right. So look at this. Actually, let me cross this one out. Boom. Boom. Let me see. It was the 5 minute. Good look at, you guys can see these two levels right here. See this level here, and then you can see this level here. That's the 5 minute. So honestly, you could say this one right here. That ended up being the line that I used right there, though, right? All right, yep, look. All right, like I was saying, it needed to come back. It needs to come back up here. But yeah, this is where I'm saying, okay, I'm thinking it needs to come up here to do a decision. It's going to do a decision. But this is the areas where I'm saying, okay, look, this is the key level. This yellow line is key level. Previous high. Not just any previous high, it's a key level previous high, right? Which is this yellow line. Perfect. Okay, so look, what needs to happen, okay, then also like this, boom, that becomes the wick, and then this is the displacement. Oh, that thing just dumped. Look at that top wick. Okay, this is the displacement candle. Perfect. Or that is the displacement, which is that candle. Okay, yeah, so look. So look, guys. So look, this is how I read it. Take a screenshot of this right now. And also the time. The time is important. Let me show you the time where this happened at. Boom. Right before this candle right here. Take a screenshot of that setup right there and try to like back test that and study that and just understand this is exactly what you're looking for when you're looking for this type of trade. All right, so hopefully you screenshot that. If not, then you can always rewatch this video. But so pretty much this is the idea. Okay, look, this is the sequence it needs to happen in. This is the line of the key level. Oops. I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see. So the key level is this yellow line right here. Key level. We need to wick it, which is this wick right here. At least wick it, and what I like to see is it close below it. It doesn't want to close above. We just need a wick above it. And then, so once you wick above the key level, then the top wick right here becomes the area that you want to wait for a closure above it. So you're gonna have a closure above it, and then the next candle is going to need to close back underneath it. So you're going to wait for those two things to happen. And then when that red candle closes back underneath this yellow line, that's when you're able to wait for the displacement now. So the candle that touches the first candle that touched the key level first, the one that we made this yellow line off of, so which is this candle right here, the first red candle after that becomes the displacement, which is here. Once it creates a support, so that becomes the new bottom. So what you're going to wait for though is for a closure below it, which is what you're waiting for. But the thing is once you close below it, it's the first fair value gap after you close below it. So look, we did close below it with this candle right here, but the thing is a fair value gap never showed. But look at what happened over here. This because like I was saying, this is not what you want, because in this moment what I'm saying is once you have the wick above, you're waiting for the closure above it, above like that. So at this point you never had the close above, so this right here was to fake everybody out. So the whole purpose of them doing these type of things is for them to try to trick you into the wrong direction. So at first it pushes up, a lot of people thought buys, so instantly they took your buys, and then they went against you instantly. Boom, drawdown. If you held or closed, they stopped you out. Once you close your trade, you take a buy right here. You start to go back up. Boom, you have a close above. So that's what I'm saying is the trade doesn't start until you have a close above. So you need a wick above, then a close above. But like I said, at this point, none of it closed above yet. So it can't be that setup yet. That's what I'm saying. This is why you got to wait for this specific sequence. So like I'm saying, wick above the key level, wick above the key level, wait for a respect of a resistance underneath that key level, which will give you the displacement. And then that's what I'm saying is what you're waiting for is the correct displacement also. So you're also waiting for this above and close below. So when you see this forming right here, okay, perfect. We got the whole setup, everything we like to see. We got the resistance here to create the displacement, and then you're gonna want to see one of these up here to close above, and then the next candle. And like I said, it needs to close above this wick right here. So even at this point, like I said, it needs to close above this wick. So when this candle closed right here, this is not it. This is not what you're waiting for. That's not the idea. So you know when this red candle closes like that, that becomes your displacement, but you're still waiting for a close above here. So what you do is once you get the close above, then that's where I says you're waiting for the next candle to come back, close underneath it. Once it closes underneath that wick, then that's when the displacement comes into play, where you're waiting for the candle to close below the displacement, and it's the first fair value gap after you close below. And look at what happened right after we closed below. We closed below this line, which is the displacement line of the first candle right here. I mean the first red candle. Once you close below, that fair value gap becomes the entry. So as you can see, we started pushing down right here. I was like, okay, we're going to wait for that level to get tapped, and never got tapped. This is right here. This move right here is to make you think you missed the move. So when you're coming down and I'm like, oh man, I missed my move. This was it. I'm going to get in right here so I don't miss anymore. Boom. It goes right against you. So that's what I'm saying is that there's a sequence to this, and you wait for the sequence because it's not the setup until it happens. And this is why I say too, it goes into the part of why they say it's an algorithm, because these things repeat in these same cycles, and it's almost like a lock, like a combination lock, like how they put on a locker inside of middle school and stuff. You know, the ones you have the numbers, you have to go left, you have to go right, left, right, whatever. It's like that, where you have to put in one number to the right to put in the number to the left to put back in the number to the right. So you're going just back and forth, back and forth. And that's why I'm saying this is part of one sequence. This unlocks this right here, and then this unlocks this right here, and then that unlocks this right here, and then that is what confirms your whole move. So there's obviously, this could be an entry too, because if you know this is your key level, that's what you're kind of waiting for too, is that these things to happen. So once this green candle closes, but this is a more advanced entry. This is way more advanced. So, and that's why I say this more displacement trade though is more of a confirmation. So this is more of like, you're waiting for this to happen. Boom, boom, boom. Everything happens. Then you're waiting for this retest. Your stops will be this high up here, because if it breaks above here, then it's most likely going to continue up. So you wait for this to be, and it holds, it validated it, and it would have went all the way back down to the previous range, which is, like I said, this is the range right here you were trading in. And that's exactly where we just pretty much tapped. So that was another pretty valid one that we could have easily tapped, and it all made sense. It all looked perfectly fine right here. Everything loaded up perfectly right there. Captain, what up, bro? I just seen you right now. I know I should be sleeping, bro. I need to get ready for New York. I kind of was waiting for this 1 a.m. candle. That's why it just happened about 40 minutes ago. So that's what I was kind of waiting for. So I just really wanted to see that. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. What up, brother Captain? Thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I know, but this is where I'm wondering too. Bro, I'm wondering too if this is gonna start pushing down. But no, that 4 hour had that close above, but did it already make a, let me see. Hold on. Oh no top wick yet. Keep it up, broski. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to streaming every day again, so I'm trying to lock it in. Really, so I need to just put this chart time in. Just keep reading this charts, you know. But yeah, appreciate it though, bro. Again, same thing. Probably wick below. At least the wick below. All right, we got the wick below. Now let's see if it keeps pushing or if it's gonna flip right here and then target these highs right here. This is a low and then this is a low too, so. And the one thing too is that like the idea about what we're the idea how we trade the ranges of these candles is that a lot of times when this becomes your CRT range that you're trading inside of, it usually targets the 50% before it wants to flip around. At least sometimes if you're in the correct bias, most of the time it just blows through it and continues. But if you're in, like, let's say this is just like a pullback, something like this or something, if you end up seeing this forming, it usually goes to like the 50% or something, you know. But when the higher time frame, also let's say the higher time frame is a 4 hour, but the whole candle is this big, the 50% is, you know, or let's say it's like this big, the 50% of the 4 hours down here, then that kind of gives more validation why the this 15-minute will go all the way down to the bottom or something. So there's a lot of different things, but like I said, look at right there. Okay, it just closed below, wick that, closed below. It made the lower prices. Now let's see on this 5-minute. Oh, it didn't make a lower price yet. Still needs to make a lower price. That already made a higher price. That made a lower price already. That hasn't made a higher price. That hasn't made a lower price. 8 hour. Yeah, this thing has a lower price way down here. That's crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. No, appreciate it, guys. Let's see what this weekly's like. Okay, the weekly did break the level already too. All right, so let's see. The daily and the weekly previous low, which is that guy right there. Okay, which is that guy right there. This is already the lows here, so I don't really. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, let me see what that is. Yeah, let me delete these lines and stuff now. I think we're good from here with that. But yeah, that was the Model 1, guys. Um I've been working on it a lot, trying to get it really right so I could, but like I said, it's just a sequence that I figured out that I kind of just reverse engineered it watching somebody else trade, but understanding what I already know and where it happens at, it was kind of already what I've already understood. But where I was taking the trade at was right here. Is that not that this is not the, I mean, it is right for a little bit, then it hits either break even or it goes into a little bit of drawdown, and then it's correct. But the thing is it's not that I was like way off. It just had to tweak it a little bit, and then once I figured it out, it was, now I'm trying to either get in on this push down so there's zero drawdown, or I'm trying to get in up here or something like that. So damn, this thing is pushing. There it goes. Push. But what I'm worried about is how are these things all doing that? All right, so that's probably this fair value gap's not valid anymore because it's just blowing straight through it. Yeah, it's coming down. Yeah, this is gone. That's done. Daily, weekly, previous low. What is this one? This one could be the, let's see, that would be the 15. Okay, that would be the 15. That was a good area though. I guess breaking out of it signals we broke out of it. It did hit the 15, so that we can get rid of that. CRT 4-hour low. That is the CRT 4-hour low. That is also the weekly previous daily lows. Key level, previous high. Okay, I can delete that. Okay, so this is where I think we're heading. All right, so look, if this was a key level, now both of these are key levels now, which is going to tap in right into that level I was thinking about. So the reason why I'm choosing this fair value gap area down here is this is what I've learned just from watching a lot of the stuff that I've been watching, or not even watching. It's what I've learned just from me watching the chart, is that let's say you have a key level. Let's say you're moving up. Boom, 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 and then you go back up like that. Okay, say something like that. So look, you have a support right here. You have a support here. You have a support here. Support here. Support here. So what I'm trying to say, okay, so when you have all of these supports and stuff like that, right, this is that weekly daily key level. But the thing is you see where this bottom wick goes. This is the key level that we're trying to find, because this is the key level that we know what we're looking for. But the thing, what happens is, look at same thing, kind of like, I guess you could even say, let's say, for instance, like from here, right here, look at, there's these lows. It broke below it and came up. Broke below it, came up. So just from my experience, I know when you have a key level right here, what happens is you're looking for the first fair value gap order block type of thing underneath the key level, and that's what usually this targets. It goes and fills it in, and then it turns around. So that's how you get a better wick entry, is knowing that. So from my experience in knowing that is reasoning why I believe that these are not the moves that are going to finish the move all the way up or whatnot, because I understand from the times of how I figured all of this out is that the key level, which is this weekly previous level, which is all of this line, this yellow line down here, yeah, so which is this whole yellow line down here, which is it's a daily previous low and a weekly previous low, but that explains why we did bounce up like this. But this is what also told me why this wasn't the move to continue up, was because this bottom never touched that fair value gap. And that's what I'm saying, is that this line right here was the area that I figured, okay, if it touches that level, that's where the reverse is going to happen at. And not so much a reverse like it's going to switch its whole bias. It's just more or less of that's what, now it touched the bottom of this, now it's going to need to touch the top, and it's going to do something like that. But that's where I was saying is why I figured this wasn't the real level, because if this was the real level, I believe it would have had to hit this bottom, and then it would have kept going. And it was also Sunday, so it's just like I said, there's a lot of factors, reason why I kind of came to the conclusion why it couldn't have been that on that Sunday. So that's why I'm saying is it's like what happens is a lot of times it gets really, really close to your level because it wants to make you think you missed it. And look at the first time it got close, the second time it got even closer. So now I'm just even thinking too, now there's two key levels right here, right before this main key level that we need to tap. So we're going to take out all of these orders and all of here. If anybody's still holding, we're going to take them all out because their stops or their break evens are either right here at these wicks and stuff. So if that's the last positions that need to get taken out, they're going to take them out, hit this key level, and then that's where it's going to reverse. So that's why I'm thinking, that's kind of why too I'm figuring why all of these moves that I'm kind of assuming are going to work are not really forming and following along exactly like I think, because the bias is like it's like a choppy bias where it's like, it's, look at this low, this is a high, look at we made a high, we came and broke these lows, stopped everybody out, came back up, broke these highs, stopped everybody out, came back, broke these lows, stopped everybody out, and like I said, now we stopped everybody out over here. That's why it's gonna most likely do whatever it's gonna do, come back one more time, hit this level, and then go up. So I'm thinking once it gets to those levels, it's gonna be very important. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off now. I'm gonna get ready for New York in the morning, so I'll be on stream for New York. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. I'll try to be on stream tomorrow for New York. But if I don't stream tomorrow, make sure you guys log in for Wix 9. Wix 9 should be streaming tomorrow. If you guys are gonna want to watch, where's YouTube? Where's the, oh here, the tube is right here. Wix 9. Yeah, right here. Yeah, so tomorrow. So if you guys want to join that stream, make sure you guys join the stream tomorrow. He'll be streaming, and I'll be on tomorrow too. So, oh yeah, good night, Dennis. Yeah, no trade for me today, but I am looking for this level down here, Dennis. So just keep an eye out for this level to possibly start getting hit. If it starts to go up again, I'm thinking, I don't think it's gonna be the real move again, because like I said, I'm still looking for these levels to get tapped. So If this level gets tapped, that's where I'll be looking at it. Taking some pineapples. You right now are taking some pineapples? Where did you get in at? Like, where's your entry at, Dennis? I'll stay on with you if you want me to, bro. I just was getting off because I didn't figure, like, nobody was really in chat or nothing, so I didn't know if really many people were still watching. But if you want, bro, I could stay on and I could, like, try to see, you know, if break a little bit, a few more stuff down, just so we can see where it's gonna head, maybe. No, bro, on book stream. Oh. Dang, bro. That's funny, bro. Yeah, no, you just. No, that's funny, bro. I was on. No, I thought you were being serious. Oh shit, man. Let's get. No, I got you. That's funny. All right, bro. But yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. I don't know if you'll be on for New York, Dennis, but I should be on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.